After we bought the St. Mary's plant, it had 2 Heil dryers and a Jones 10-foot 10x40 in it. And we sold all that equipment at the end of the year to different people and put in 2 10-foot dryers of our own design, which was essentially identical to what we had in Topeka. And then I was going to school in Manhattan. We lived at St. Mary's. We took part of the shop that Julie and I did and modified that into the old office part of it and made that into living quarters, and we lived there. And it was really kind of nice because we had the shop in there. It was all heated, and we kept our cars in there and had a heated garage, what have you. And in the morning, she'd go to Topeka, go to work, and I'd go to school at K-State. Oh, I ran them, I did everything. I ran the plant, did the repair, did the layout, did the electrical. In the wintertime, that first year, or the wintertime, I rewired the whole plant. This was before the days of exhaust gas recycle. And the type of burner that we put in it and what have you, I could look down the center of the dryer and I had a clearer field of vision into the whole thing. Plus we had a cone furnace on it that tapered and went out with a large opening on the inlet to the dryer. So I got a extremely good view of the inside of the dryer because it had visual light from the burner and stuff. And I put a ladder up there. It was a 6-foot ladder, and I'd get up and sit on top of it, and I'd look inside and going down the thing. And I spent hours and hours and hours looking in that thing, studying, and I learned to train my mind and my eyes that I could follow a piece of alfalfa on a flight and then watch it drop. It took me hundreds of hours of sitting on that ladder to be able to learn how to do that. And I began to realize where some of the problems were, that the way the flighting, everything was designed in these things, it all of a sudden would just turn the whole thing loose and it would go. And I was taking heat transfer courses and stuff like this and realized that the dryer is not the heat exchanger. The dryer is the box you put the heat exchanger in, which is the alfalfa, where you're exchanging thermal energy to evaporate water. And the only way I can do that is I've got to get all the surface area exposed. And when it drops all together, I can't expose it all. I can only get part of it at a time. And so I learned, one of the first things we did was I learned how to put lips on the end of my flighting, and when I welded on 5/8 pieces of key stock and make it dribble. And you see the results of that in the picture up there. It looks like if you're looking to the west, and it looks like the south dryer is not running. The plant's running about 5 tons an hour, and the south dryer is running 3 tons, and the north dryer is running 2. But you look and see the smoke coming out. You see all the smoke on the north dryer, or most of it. That was a huge thing to learn. Technology is used all over the world today.